Welcome to Under the Hood Podcast. In this podcast, we pop the hood and give you an inside look at the hows and whys of our ministry here at Cornerstone Church. I'm Michael Nave, your host. It is my privilege to welcome you to this episode, and this one's going to be, as you'll soon see, especially inspiring. So as always, we take the opportunity to pop the hood and consider the why behind the things we do. And today, that why takes us into a brand new annual event coming very soon. And to help me with this exciting adventure today is our very own Madison Berry. Madison, great to have you in studio.
Yeah, thanks. It's really fun, and I'm super excited to have the opportunity to talk a little bit about this new event and just a little about what I do at Cornerstone.
Okay. So for those of us who don't know you very well, give us a quick intro to you and your family.
Yeah. So my name is Madison Berry, and I am the experience director here at Cornerstone. I'm a wife and a mom. I've got 2 little girls and a new baby, a little boy. He joined our family just a couple months ago. So that's us. We've been at Cornerstone since 2016, and I have been on staff since 2017.
Now, your roles have changed a little bit from 16, 17. Tell us a little bit about that venture.
They have evolved a little bit. So what started, I came on staff as just a really low hour. Basically, I was doing scheduling. I was helping out with some of the services, and just over time, God has gifted me and grown those gifts. And so I've been able to use them in a new and different way over the past couple of years, and just stepped more into some leadership and just still having the same passion of wanting to make Cornerstone a warm and welcoming environment for the people that walk through our doors. But my role has changed a little bit.
Yes, it has. And it's been so fun, such a privilege and such a joy to watch you grow as a leader and growing as a mom. And what a joy it is to be able to worship with you and be part of this family for you and your family. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about your passion for that experience. You are over what we would call our experience team. So give us a little bit of a look behind the why. So from the parking lot to the front doors, the lobby, the cafe, kids check-in, worship center, like you desire to provide a positive experience at each of those steps. Why is that such a big deal to you?
So on the experience team, our mission is to help prepare hearts to hear the sermon and for God to move. So whatever that might look like in any of those areas, we want to not ever be a stumbling block to someone maybe having a bad experience at church. So that looks like we create a warm and welcoming atmosphere in the parking lot. So as soon as they pull in, they feel like they are loved, and they feel that way all the way through the church until they sit down in their seat in the worship center.
Oh, that is so good. You know, for those of us who drive into the parking lot, walk through the front doors, grab a cup of coffee, head through the lobby, check in our kids, and show up at the worship center regularly, we forget that every week there's somebody doing that for the first time, and the first time they get out of the car, the first time they walk through the front doors. So help us a little bit, like kind of walk through that journey for those who serve on the parking lot team, and then just kind of start walking us through each of those steps. What do you hope that a brand new person especially would experience at each of those steps?
So we hope that someone that is brand new, whether they're brand new to church at all or brand new to our church, that they would encounter someone, whether it is in the parking lot or the front doors, ideally someone at every step of the way, but just someone that they can actively see loves the Lord and is just warm, is welcoming, is someone that is a smile or a wave or a hello, whatever it is. We hope that person is used by God to maybe just soften that person's heart, to help that first impression. So when someone pulls into our parking lot, before they even come into our doors, they already have some sort of like preconceived notion, or they've already made a decision about
Yes.
something before they even come in our doors. So we want that something that they make a thought of, or they have a decision of, to be good. We want it to be welcoming and warm. And, the gospel is pretty black and white. And so we don't want anything that we do are already being a hindrance to them possibly encountering God in a new way.
Yeah, what an incredible opportunity to invite people to be ready to hear the gospel. And we know, we forget it, but we know that people come into our parking lot or into a church with a preconceived notion of what those Christians are like, or what those Cornerstonians are like. And so when people come in, we are meeting them in the place that they are and welcoming them into a journey of following Jesus. And I've listened to many of those studies from the guys and gals who do it really well, out there. And they talk about how before I'm, 10 feet away from the first person I encounter from your organization, I've already made a perception. And if we think about somebody hearing the gospel, before they ever sat in our black chairs, before they ever hear some of the music and hear the teaching of God's word, they've already had a first impression. And some would say they've already made a decision of whether they're going to listen or whether they can trust us. So to be in the parking lot, to be at the front doors, is an incredible opportunity to meet people where they are. Mm-hmm. Why do you hand them a cup of coffee, or why are those little things important to somebody's journey into the worship center?
Well, you think about, we are a church, but in any place that you walk into, if you're greeted with a smile, if you are given something free, so whether it's water or coffee, just something to have your hand on, to kind of, I guess I would say is it helps to start a conversation.
Yeah.
And then it also just makes you feel like that you're wanted, you're important, you're not just another number or somebody that's seen as just like an extra person walking through the door. If you're greeted, if you are made eye contact with, if you are given a cup of coffee personally by someone else, it just makes you feel wanted.
Yes. As you were describing each of those, the phrase that came to mind was, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
I see you when you pulled in. I see you when you walked up to the front door. I see you, with that handshake, with that cup of coffee, to say you are a real person here. We have seen you. Okay, so now let's take this conversation and let's move into what we call the Inspire Conference. This is a really special event coming up. I've really enjoyed hearing Angie Watts talk about this special guest coming in and your vision for this event. So give us, what is the Inspire Conference, this brand new annual event?
We are super excited about Inspire. So our new Inspire conference that we'll be having for the first time this year is a time for any team member. So anyone that serves on any of our volunteer teams, anyone that's serving in a ministry area, it's a time, we're doing it on a Saturday morning into an early afternoon. It's a time where they can come together. They can have some time of worship together. No one is serving. It's a time where they can just really have some intentional moments to worship, to learn from an amazing speaker and teacher, and then also just to connect with each other, to be involved in some fun breakouts where they might learn about not anything training-wise, so not how they're doing their position here at church, but just some general life, and faith, really good breakouts. Hey, these are how we can manage our time more wisely. This is how we can have conversations about faith in the workplace, so just some really fun stuff.
Okay, so Inspire is for those who are volunteering somewhere on a ministry team, and it is for them to experience, to grow as individuals, to have that time of worship together. And we have this speaker coming in named Carrie Newhoff. Tell me why you're excited about Carrie.
So if you don't know who Carrie Newhoff is, he is an amazing speaker and teacher. He's actually from Canada. So he is coming here from Canada to Cornerstone. And he's just very encouraging.
Yeah.
He's really, really gifted in just helping churches navigate the culture and the time that we're in. He's great just with church leadership and how we can be most effective as a church here in the West. So I'm just really excited to have him.
I am absolutely thrilled that you and Angie secured Carrie Newhoff to come to Cornerstone, as you just said, from Canada. What an incredible gift we get to give to our people. I've listened to his podcast. I've read his blogs. He is an innovative leader and really inspiring. So it's going to be a great time of having Carrie come in. And then you have some breakouts. Some of our local leaders kind of give us a taste of the things that we're going to have available to us during those breakouts.
Yeah. So we are really blessed here at Cornerstone. We've got some amazing and gifted leaders right within our own people. So Charlie Cox is going to be leading a breakout on healthy boundaries. Jake Lingle's going to talk about some faith conversations. Casey Rolap and Jonah Adkins are going to talk about finding your passion and how you can use it for the glory of God, which is really, really cool. I'm excited about that one. John McCoy's going to talk about time management, and then Ronnie Pearson's going to just lead us in how we can Sabbath really well. How we can start from a place of rest.
Yes.
So.
Oh, those are so good. I'm so thankful for those leaders we have right here in our area. And those topics are really pertinent. I mean, you just proved we're not just going to try to bring you in so we can train you how to be a better Cornerstone.
No.
This is how to be a better you, how to grow in those practices, in those gifts. This is going to be a really, really fun weekend. What is the date coming up?
Yeah, so it's January 27th.
All right.
Yeah.
Morning and into the early afternoon.
That's right. We're going to provide some lunch and some snacks and food and just have a really good time together.
Yes. So good. Madison, thank you for providing such an inspiring conversation for us. I know some of our people are going to be asking their team leaders for that sign-up information for Inspire. And I also know some of our people are going to be asking to join some teams to use their gifts and abilities to the glory of God, to the betterment of their people, and just recognizing, hey, I thought that was just a handshake at the front door. I hadn't connected why that is such an important role, giving a cup of coffee, welcoming somebody into the worship center to hear the gospel, connecting the dots. Madison, thank you for being here. Thank you for inspiring us. I know that God is going to use this in a way to bless his people and call them to more ministry. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.